Okay, our next topic in the kind theory of gases was degrees of freedom. It is denoted by F. It is indicated the total number of individual ways. The total number of individual ways in which a system can possesses energy. So how many ways the system has energy is indicated by the degrees of freedom. The formula for the degrees of freedom can be taken as 3a minus b. For understanding purpose only I said sir, it's the very easiest way to remember. A indicates the number of atoms, B indicates the bonding between the molecules or atoms. A number of atoms, B bonding. Let us see about monoatomic. If you take a monoatomic gas molecules, examples are helium, neon or argon. Number of atoms are available is only one because monoatomic means mono means single na one only, and there is no bonding between one molecule, only one molecule is there, so B is 0. The number of degrees of freedom are 3 into 1 minus 0 means 3. All the three are translational energies. Okay, translational means this molecule may move along x-axis or along y-axis or along z-axis because all individual ways they said na, so there are three individual ways will be available. If you take diatomic gas, for diatomic gas the best examples are hydrogen, nitrogen and chlorine. Here number of atoms are 2 and bonding between them is 1. So 3 into 2, 6, 6 minus 1, 5. At low temperatures it has 5 degrees of freedom. So out of 5, 3 are translational and 2 are rotational degrees of freedom. 3 translational degrees of freedom and 2 rotational degrees of freedom. Next, polyatomic. For polyatomic, there are two ways is there. One is non-linear, another one is linear. Non-linear, silicon dioxide, linear, carbon dioxide. For silicon dioxide and carbon dioxide, there are 3 atoms is available, and in silicon dioxide, there are 3 bonds is there. In carbon dioxide, we have only 2 bonds. So 3 into 3, 9 minus 3, we got the 6, and 3, 9, 9 minus 2, 7 you got. Out of 6, 3 are translational degrees of freedom. Here also out of 7, 3 are translational degrees of freedom. But remaining 3, depending on the arrangement of the atoms within the molecules, some are rotational and some are vibrational degrees of freedom. So maybe 3 rotational is available or 2 rotational and 1 vibrational motion will be available. We didn't identify, we didn't say how many number of rotational or vibrational motion will be takes place. It depends only on the arrangement of the molecules. Okay, so for monoatomic, number of degrees of freedom are 3. Important is examples also keep in mind. Diatomic 5, non-linear 6, linear 7. These are the values of the degrees of freedom. Depending on the F, we can found about internal energy and molar specific heat. Now, total internal energy. Internal energy denoted by the U. In terms of degrees of freedom, it has a formula F by 2 nRT or F by 2 N kBt. Here small n is the number of moles, capital N is the number of molecules. R is universal gas constant, Kb is the Boltzmann constant. Based on this, internal energy or kinetic energy per mole value F by 2 RT. Internal energy or kinetic energy per molecule, if they ask, molecule means number of molecules and will be taken that side, then F by 2 kT. Okay, if they said about monoatomic, what is the value of the internal energy per mole for a monoatomic? For monoatomic, number of degrees of freedom are 3 now, so answer is 3 by 2 RT. Okay, next we have molar specific heat. Molar specific heat at constant volume. Symbol was capital CV. What is the value of CV in terms of the degrees of freedom? We know the formula for the du is ncv dt na. So du formula, internal energy per mole value F by 2 RDT is equal to per mole 1 only CV dt cancel. So what is the formula for CV? CV value F by 2 R. And molar specific heat at constant pressure Cp. We know the relation. Cp minus Cv is equal to capital R. So Cp value Cv plus R. Cv value how much? F by 2R plus R means F by 2 plus 1 into R. Take the LCM. Then F plus 2 by 2 into R. F plus 2 by 2 into R. That formula came from Cp minus Cv is equal to R. Next, we have another formula for the gamma. Gamma formula is Cp by Cv. Cp by Cv means 2 cancel, R cancel. Then we have the formula of F plus 2 by F. And gamma in terms of degrees of freedom, Cp Cv in terms of degrees of freedom, and internal energy or kinetic energy in terms of the degrees of freedom. So if the question asks in terms of degrees of freedom, please utilize all these formulas. Okay, please copy. So we got the Cv value and Cp value in terms of the degrees of freedom. Now the Cp and Cv in terms of gamma we may form. For that, Cp minus Cv is equal to R we know, and Cp by Cv is equal to gamma also you know. Divide the above equation with the Cv. Then Cp by Cv minus Cv by Cv is equal to R by Cv. This is gamma. So gamma minus 1 is equal to R by Cv. Cv value is how much? R by gamma minus 1. This Cv value substitute here. Then the Cp value is gamma R by gamma minus 1. So if they given Cv in terms of gammas, it's very important. Okay, let us see about the relation with the Cp, Cv and degrees of freedom for monoatomic and diatomic gas. Most of the questions came from this table only. Okay, carefully watch. Let us check this tabular form. For numericals, it's very important. Monoatomic examples are helium, neon or argon. Number of degrees of freedom 3. If F is 3, what is the value of Cp? 3 plus 2, 5 by 2R. So what is the value of Cp? 5 by 2R. Cv, F by 2, F means 3, so 3 by 2R. Gamma value, Cp by Cv, F by 2R, 3 by 2R. So gamma value coming as F 5 by 3. Otherwise another formula is there, F plus 2 by F. 3 now, 3 plus 2, 5 by 3. Your wish. For diatomic, H2, Cl2 or O2, number of degrees of freedom are 5 we said, then 5 plus 2, 7 by 2 r is the Cp value, Cv value 5 by 2 r by r by 2 cancel, then 7 by 5. Next polyatomic, non-linear, silicon dioxide, number of degrees of freedom are 6, if 6 you substitute 6 plus 2, 8 by 2 r, 6 by 2 r, 8 by 6. And linear, CO2, number of degrees of freedom are 7, 9 by 2 r, 7 by 2 r, and 9 by 7. Let us see about these values. 5 by 3, 5 by 3 nothing but 1.66, this is greater than 1. 7 by 9, 1.4, it is also greater than 1. 8 by 6, 4 by 3, 4 by 3 means 1.33, greater than 1. This is also greater than 1. So always the ratios of the specific heat is greater than 1. Okay, and maximum value is 1.66. More than that it is not possible, and minimum value is 9 by 7. More lesser than this it is not possible. So the values of the gamma are always specifically limited values. Okay, so maximum value is does not crosses the 2 even. Its value is 1.66. Keep in mind, and every value is more than 1. From this tabular form, maximum number of questions are coming in the objective paper. Okay, please copy this tabular form. Next, law of equipartition of energy. Law of equipartition, the name which indicates total energy is equally distributed among various degrees of freedom. Equipartition, equal parts means the entire energy is equally distributed among each degree of freedom. Okay, for each degree of freedom they provided half kBT energy. Each degree of freedom provided half kBT. Means, for example, if you take monoatomic gas, in monoatomic gas we have 3 translational degrees of freedom. 3 translation degrees of freedom means for monoatomic the total energy is 3 by 2 kBT. In each direction it has 1 by 2 kBT, because 3 into half kBT nothing but 3 by 2 kBT. Understand? For suppose for diatomic gas, if you take, in the diatomic gas we said total number of degrees of freedom are 5. Out of 5 there are 3 translational and 2 rotational. Each degree of freedom it has an energy of half kBT. So it has 3 by 2 kBT here, and here 2 by 2 kBT. So individually only I want what is the rotational kinetic energy. The rotational kinetic energy value is nothing but kBT only, because it has 2 rotational degrees of freedom. Due to the 2 rotational degrees of freedom, each of degree of freedom has energy of half kBT. So we have the 2 with multiplied, then kBT only coming. Understand? In this way, monoatomic or diatomic or polyatomic, whatever may be, each and every degree of freedom has an energy of half kBT. Okay? Next one, the Dalton's law of partial pressures. The Dalton's law of partial pressures, that indicates that the pressure exerted by mixture of several gases pressure exerted by mixture of several gases is equal to the sum of the pressures of individual gases which one has same volume as that of its mixture. As that of its mixture, how much pressures will be there? All the pressures will be at partial pressures, individual pressures should be taken into the combination in a mixture. For example, I take a container. In a container, it consisting of two types of gas molecules. Then the total pressure is nothing but sum of those two pressures. One gas molecule has N1 number of moles. So PV is equal to nRT. Formula P is equal to nRT by V. And P2 is nR2 by V. So it made as N1 plus N2 into RT by V. Volume must be same as that of mixture. So V always remains same, R constant. If temperature constant, temperature also common. If the temperature is difference, then N1 T1 plus N2 T2 into RT by V. So this is about the Dalton's law of partial pressures. So the total pressure of mixture is equal to the pressures of the individual gases have the same volume as that of the mixture volume. Okay. The last one is mean free path. It is denoted by the lambda. Lambda is says about the distance traveled by gas molecule between two successive collisions by total number of collisions. Okay, it has one formula 1 by root 2 pi d square n. Here d is the diameter of each gas molecule, and n is the number of molecules per unit volume. Number of molecules per unit volume. Clear? This is the formula for the lambda. In sometimes the value of the mean free path asked in terms of mass and velocity or density. Then what is n? N is nothing but number of molecules per unit volume now. Then we have the formula for the density. Density formula mass by volume. Let us take the total mass of the gas molecule is considered as the capital N into small m by V. Number of molecules per unit volume nothing but N by V is equal to how much? Small n. Small n is equal to rho by m. Substitute the value here. Lambda is equal to 1 by root 2 pi d square. Instead of small n, rho by m. So m will be coming like this. Understand? So in terms of density and mass of the each gas molecule, lambda formula is this one. Now in terms of pressure I want. If you want in terms of pressure, PV is equal to N kBTV no. Now N by V nothing but P by KT. N by D is called as small n number of molecules per unit volume. So instead of lambda we have another formula 1 by root 2 pi d square. Instead of small n we can use P kBT. So depending on the given question, we can use any one of these three formulas related to the mean free path. If they given diameter of each gas molecule and number of molecules per unit volume, use this one. If they given mass of the gas molecule and density, use this one. If they given the temperature and pressure of the gas, use this one. From these two relations, we can get different types of the graphs. Let us see. If the graph is drawn between the mean free path and m, lambda and mass of each gas molecule directly proportional. Directly proportional indicates that a straight line passing through the origin. And if you draw a graph between the lambda and density, inversely proportional. Inversely proportional indicates it is a rectangular hyperbola. If you draw a graph between the lambda and t at constant pressure, it is a straight line passing through origin. At constant temperature, lambda and p pressure, inversely proportional, it is again a rectangular hyperbola. So, depending on the given question, you can choose any one of these formulas, and the mean free path is nothing but the total distance covered by the gas molecule between two successive collisions by total number of collisions. Okay. So, by using all these fundamentals, you can try the numericals related to the kinetic theory of gases. Clear? Thank you.